Now, it's one thing to have security roles in place, and it's another thing entirely to have an effective information security organization that's truly prepared and empowered to make a difference. So at this point, I want to teach you about how to establish an effective security practice. In this section, I'm going to teach you about several different elements that should be in place in order to provide effective information security. For example, clear direction from the top down. You have to have leadership giving direction and setting the standards and setting the policies, and their message has to be clear from the top down in order for the organization to truly be effective. You have to have demonstrated commitment from leadership. They can't just say that you have to go do this, and then when it's time to actually support the organization with good business decisions, they kind of disappear. They have to actually be committed, and they have to demonstrate that commitment on an ongoing basis. Explicit assignments of critical roles. It's important that if you're going to mandate as leadership that a security organization be created, you have to be willing to back that up by assigning the right levels of people with skills and capabilities and authorities into that organization so that they can in fact run it and you can get the desired outcome from it. And then there's finally acknowledgement of responsibilities. Everybody that has a responsibility within the security organization has to understand what that responsibility is. Leadership has to deliver the expectations to these different roles. Those roles have to acknowledge that they own those responsibilities and that they're expected to perform accordingly. Let's take a look at each of these one at a time. In order to establish a clear direction, leadership should formulate, review, and approve information security policies. They should ensure that information security goals are identified, that meet the organization's requirements, and are integrated in relevant processes. They should also review the effectiveness of the implementation of the information security policy. In order to establish an effective security practice, leadership commitment should be clearly demonstrated by the following. First of all, they should provide visible management support for security initiatives, and they should provide the resources needed for information security to take place. Another important aspect of establishing an effective security practice is for leadership to authorize explicit role assignments. For example, they should approve assignments of specific roles and responsibilities for information security, not only in the information security organization, but across the entire organization, because again, security is everybody's responsibility. Now, typically, information security coordination should involve the cooperation and collaboration of managers, users, administrators, application designers, auditors, and security personnel, legal, human resources, and IT risk management people. So you can see that it is really a partnership of everyone within the enterprise if you're going to have an effective security practice. And finally, leadership must require that employees and business partners acknowledge their information security responsibility. They have to ensure that the implementation of information security controls is coordinated across the entire organization, and they have to initiate plans and programs to maintain information security awareness.